spoke. Being angry is the first step. Because if you read Luther's story, that was the anger that took him from one point to the other. After he got angry, I read, and you all are the theologians, correct me if I'm wrong, he went back for further studies. He did a lot of analysis and assessment of the situation. What are we analyzing in our church today, in our society today, and in our world today? Because until that anger steps in, until that thoughtful process takes place, we can't begin the process of reformation. I tell people I'm an activist in Liberia and I'm an activist in America. I'm an activist everywhere I go because it is something that is internal, it is not external. It has no border. So injustice one place is injustice everywhere. There is no way that you can call yourself a Christian in America with Christian values and look at what is happening in Africa and Asia and other parts of the world and say that is none of my problem. You know, when we were growing up, my sister and I, we were less than a year apart. My mother did it very fast, 5 girls, quick, and she was done. And so we're less than a year apart, and my grandmother used to always say, if these 2 girls were twins, Rachel, you'll be dead by now. But in the 80s, the government came up with a reproductive health policy, and there was a catchy song that every Liberian sang, population growth is everybody's problem. And so to taunt our mother, we'll sing this song when she's passing. Population growth is everybody's, and she said, shut up. But we were being very cynical. We didn't understand that this phrase was true. Because we lived in a bubble. We didn't live in a rich community. But we lived in a community that everyone took care of everyone. Children were children of the community. So if you went to another house, they would give you your bath and send you home and feed you and do stuff with you. So we didn't understand hunger. We didn't understand poverty. We didn't understand any of those things because we were just limited to our little space. And then my dad got lucky. His job promoted him. He wanted to build his dream house in a better neighborhood. We moved into that neighborhood. The first day we slept in that house, the next morning, we got up and saw something. I was 16 and my sister was almost 17. We saw these 2 little children come with their bowls. Early morning, stood on our back porch and said, we are hungry. We look, we had never seen that. Because in the community that we came from, every child was catered for by every other home. So mothers knew when the others didn't have and they stepped in quickly. So she looked at me, we gave them breakfast, they left. Lunchtime, they came back, we are hungry. We gave them lunch. Evening time, they came, and the next morning, they came back, and then my sister tapped me and said, you know what? I think population growth is everyone's problem indeed. The truth is, the social ill had hit home for us. The bubble that we live in had been broken. And we were now beginning to see our world as it truly was. That one person's problem is also your problem. There is no way you can separate yourself from another person's problem. So let's bring it back home to Luther's teaching and to the church.